The Boston Red Sox and the Memphis Grizzlies both made some gigantic trades over the weekend. The Red Sox traded Rafael Devers to the San Francisco Giants for Kyle Harrison, Jordan Hicks, James Tibbs III, and Jose Bale. The Grizzlies traded Desmond Bane to the Orlando Magic for Cantavius Caldwell-Pope, Cole Anthony, and 4 unprotected first-round picks. They gave up one of theirs. Who got a better deal out of this trade? Both trades were about unloading contracts. But I'm going to say the Grizzlies got the better deal out of this trade because they got more of what they wanted. Because Boston's trade was out of desperation with a player who they could not jive with. The players they landed, Kyle Harrison, doesn't have a great WAR. Jordan Hicks has actually had a negative WAR on the year. He's been a liability. James Tibbs III is just a prospect, and Bayo is going to take a little while to come into the league. So Boston didn't get any extra draft picks out of that. That was about unloading a $30 million plus contract. That's what that was. The Grizzlies, yes, it was partially about unloading a contract, but this was about giving them a chance to really rebuild for the future because everybody they're dealing with has contracts now coming off the books by 2027, either on player option, team option, or just full on unrestricted free agents. Okay. The Grizzlies now have the option to do one of two things with the cap space. They can make a run at Devin Booker. Well, let me save that. They can blow things up. They can blow things up now and start a rebuild. Or, and this is what I think they're going to do, they can make a run at Devin Booker. Look, Devin Booker's contract with Phoenix lasts till 2027-28. So again, 2028 is the year everything comes off the books for the Grizzlies, okay? I mean, it's the year everything comes off the book for the Grizzlies in terms of contracts. And by the way, that includes Ja Morant. Ja Morant's contract is up in 2028. Here's what the Grizzlies are doing, and this is why I think this is so smart. They are freeing up themselves to go get Devin Booker and to make a run at a potential championship over the next 3 years with Devin Booker, Ja Morant. Jaren Jackson's junior contract comes off the books fairly soon too. I believe it comes off the books in 2026, and he'll be an unrestricted free agent. That's not as big of a deal. I love Jaren Jackson. By the way, just spoiler alert, saying it up front, I'm a Grizzly fan. They can replace Jaren Jackson. Okay. The Grizzlies are trying to see if they can get a big three of Ja, Desmond Bane, Devin Booker, and Jaren Jackson, and then everybody stay healthy. And then they try to make a run this year, and then they have a chance to make a run again over the next 2 years. Cole Anthony, both solid role players. They have a lot of players they can work around. And if it doesn't work, by that point, they can let everybody walk in 2028. And I mean everybody. And they can start completely over. And now they got a bunch of first-round draft picks from Orlando to start over. Now, Orlando's got a lot of people. I mean, Orlando's got their key players on contract too, by the way. Paolo Banchero is on contract through 2026. They are going to extend him. He's interested in being extended and they have the money. Banchero is staying in Orlando. Nothing's changing there. So that's not going to happen. Franz Wagner is there through 2030. That's fine. So the Grizzlies, the last first-round pick they have unprotected goes through 2030. But the reason this is such a big deal is they can draft. Here's what they can do. If they want to blow up the team, which they can, they'll know to do it in 2028. They can use Orlando's draft pick in their own to find a couple of guys. And then there'll probably still be a lottery pick in 2029, and they could get a guy then. And then there probably will be a lottery pick again in 2030. And they could find a guy then, plus use Orlando's first-round pick. That's plenty of picks, enough picks to put together a team and make another run. So this is the Grizzlies' move. They're building a 3-year run. They're seeing what they can get out of Devin Booker and Ja Morant, assuming Ja Morant's healthy and isn't ridiculous and actually has decided to go back and work on his game, and Jaren Jackson Jr. at least for a year. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and they can move on. This is, I think, with that in mind, the Grizzlies have a much better situation going for them than the Red Sox do in Major League Baseball. The Red Sox right now are one game above 500 at 37-36, 6 games out of first. The Yankees are 42-29. This isn't going to actually help propel them at all. I think we know that. At least they're not the Orioles, who are just having a crazily bad year that no one saw coming, honestly. But the Red Sox are not a serious contender for anything. So with that in mind, I do believe that the winner of this trade is far and away the winner between the two of the Shockwaves trade through the weekend is far and away the Grizzlies. And I think that, again, moving Desmond Bane, a lot of people in Memphis were not fans of it, but it's a contract they get off the books. They got a lot of draft picks out of it, and it opens up the door for them to make a really, really big run for somebody beyond Bane. All due respect to Bane, he shouldn't be part of a big three. He just shouldn't. That's just not what he's able to do. He should be a number 4, number 5 option, a solid shooter on the side, but he shouldn't be a number 3, and that's kind of been the problem with Desmond Bane. So I think the Grizzlies got a huge steal out of this. They're going all in on a 3-year run to see what they can get with Ja Morant, and maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but they've got a window, and they're going to try to punch through that window while they have the chance.